Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson 777 Alpha here. All right, I thought we ought to talk about inflation. Everyone ought to be seeing this by now. Everybody ought to be realizing that this is not going to be, some of the words are using transitory, meaning temporary. I think you're seeing that we're screwed. They are printing. Numbers are something like 25% of our money supply was created in the last year or some ridiculous short period of time. This is going to show up in a horrible way, and they're not going to stop. I talked about this probably a year and a half ago. Somebody had written the fact that when they start, it's just going to be like a ripple on the pond, and then eventually it's going to be a tsunami. And that's what we're seeing. They have no self-control. All they think is that they can spend their way out of this. This is an outdated mode of thinking. It does work in certain cases, but eventually it's diminishing returns, and that's what we're seeing. So I don't know. I've been begging you to try to protect yourself any way that you can. The precious metals are one way. The miners are another way. Residential real estate protects you in inflation as well for at least rentals. You can. I'm telling you, tangible assets. So let's look at what's happening. These are 5 signs that America's raging inflation is accelerating. Millionaires are concerned about inflation. I mean, they know what the costs of everything are. They know that they're trying to be profitable with their businesses. They can only raise prices only so much before it starts coming down on their head. The biggest banks in the world are now sounding the alarm about inflation. The basic laws of economics has not been suspended. Explosive growth of debt financed largely by central banks is likely to lead to higher inflation. It may take a year longer until 2023, but inflation will reemerge, and while it's admirable, this patience is due to the fact that the Fed's priorities are shifting towards social goals. Neglecting inflation leaves global economy sitting on a time bomb. Housing prices continue to soar into the stratosphere in the United States these days. This was a message on a popular discussion forum, and I'm going to tell you right now, I talked to one of my realtor friends the other day for about an hour on this subject, and he said exactly what I'm going to read here is what's happening locally, so it's everywhere. It's crazy. As soon as it hits the market, tons of offers. Mostly investors and flippers. Real estate agents tell me things like, we've got rich guys as far out as Hawaii buying houses sight unseen. They'll even buy them in bulk. Anything from dumps to mansions. We've got Chinese snatching up properties. Bill Gates, businesses, and like I said, flippers. It's impossible. Auction sites, along with government seized properties, are flooded with the same types. Cannot compete. You'll be outbid by thousands upon thousands of dollars way above market value. Any tricks or strategies to buy a house, anything that may not have the greedy bastards swarming all over them. A family seriously needing to actually live in a place seems completely SOL. We all know what that means. It's not just my area that's hot right now, it's everywhere. Please, if anyone has good advice, would be appreciated. Thanks. When I was buying my real estate starting in 2012, all my friends thought I was crazy. And I said, look, it's on sale. You want to buy it on sale. You don't want to buy it when everybody wants it. And that's what's happening right now. This is crazy. But this is the same thing that's going to happen with the precious metals. So we're seeing it in one of the tangible assets right now. And again, that's why I put my largest amount of my wealth in real estate, rental real estate specifically, because everybody has to have a place to live. And if they can't build them fast enough, I told you the story how they laid off the majority of the construction folks when 2007, 2008 all came crashing down and we had all the short sales and foreclosures. They didn't need to build anymore. So they didn't for years. The whole industry was kind of decimated. Real estate is going to probably lead this. Eventually, people are going to realize they can't buy the real estate. Farmland is another thing rich people buy. They'll buy all kinds of stuff like that. But here's the next one, used car prices. Used cars prices are going through the roof. And so, if you have the need to get a vehicle, this article is recommending you should be considering only purchasing new, because used car prices, which are probably towards the lower end, there aren't that many, and people are paying a significant premium for that. Food prices. I've told you locally about chicken wings are a problem. I don't know why we're having such a limited thing about chicken wings, except for people aren't working. They're being paid to stay home. They're on unemployment, and they decide they're going to collect all the way until they can't. So there's shortages of the things that people really can afford. There's shortages, and the price of chicken wings have nearly doubled. So at the beginning of the year, I mean, this is crazy. $70 to $90 a case, and now they're about $150 a case. That's on the low end, that's more than double, but on the high end, not quite double. But who would have thought? But that's what's going on. We're actually paying people to stay home. There was a really good video I watched today by Glenn Beck talking about the Weimar Republic, and I highly recommend that as a read. I'll try to remember to put it into reference material in the description or in like a first comment. But I pray that everybody's paying attention, because you're going to be shocked, like I said, if all of a sudden 40% of your money, currency that you have, has to be used for food. Other things are going to have to take a back seat, and everything's going to have to go up to compensate for. People are expecting more money, to be paid, and that's going to be this death spiral to where costs are just going to keep going out of control. So today, gold was up a little bit over 0.5%. Silver was up about 0.6%. So we're bumping up against 28 right now for silver, and we're trying to get above 1900 again for gold. I did put together a chart down here I thought was kind of interesting, because I had somebody commenting about GameStop and AMC, that was a better choice for investing, for speculating. So I threw some things on here. So GameStop is down here, this red one, and it's at basically even since, and I put this it's AMMPF is the stock that I recommended yesterday, and so I've got this started from when that became an over-the-counter stock and overlaid everything over the same time. So this is about the middle of March when this started. And so the AMMPF is up 93%. GameStop is up 0.11%. Bitcoin is down 32% over this time period. Large silver miners is almost 13%. Large gold miners is almost 16%. And AMC is up 205%, but it looks like it's falling like a rock. So look out. I think we're going to start seeing people get into things that are going to be safer, because you got to, like I said, you got to be like a turtle. You got to pull into your shell when things start going crazy like this. But a lot of these more speculative things are getting killed. But this AMMPF, you ought to watch my video I did yesterday. I got an idea this is going to be fantastic. So, we're going to keep an eye on that. But only a little dab will do you on that one. Now here's our different investments. And so GLD was up 0.43, platinum was 0.24, SLV was 0.74, residential real estate was up another 1%. We're up 26% for the year for residential real estate. It's doing great. Our ETF miners, GDX was up 2.5. The juniors were up 3.11 for gold. 2.63 for Explorer Gold. Large silver miners 2.82, and junior silver miners 3.39. So junior silver miners are now up 8.4% year to date, and this overall portfolio is up 5%. So everything's crawling out of the hole that we were in and doing very well. The improved portfolio is double though. We're up 11.62%, and we had one position that was 4.67. Now, if you are a member, I'll have to do a report here soon and show the ticker symbols to the members, but I don't show the ticker symbols to subscribers, but the members actually get all these ticker symbols. But this was a portfolio I put together at the beginning of the year, and it's doing fantastic, 11.62 for the year. And we've got one that's 5.39 here, 4.67, 4.92. So there's a couple of good movers right now for today. And then you can see over here, we've already got some. Here's one that's up 84%, 36%, 28%, 24%. My portfolio, this is live, and this has been going on for probably since 2019. And it's a mix of this and this one over here. And the one that I invested $1,000 in, I'm already up 10.4% over a day and a half. So that's doing very well. But you can see I got a couple that have doubled already. So here's one's 104%, 156%, 115%, and then this one down here is 210%. So I've got a couple that are doing well, and the rest of these, I'm going to have multiple doubles. You can see how close I am on some of these others. So just be patient, and we're going to get there. I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless. All right, go potty. We gonna go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? Here we go bye-bye. We gonna go bye-bye? Yeah, all right. You going to get in the car? We're not quite ready. I'm almost ready. You almost ready? Okay. I'll tell you, you got to walk all around your property and pay attention to things, but I got tons of blackberries that are ready to be harvested, so I got to go get a little cup and fill these things up. I was just shocked when I walked down here. I go, hey, what's that? So guess what? I got a little treat right now. Doug has a new toy. Doug has a new toy. Let me see it. You got a new toy? You're so happy. It's a little rabbit. Does that make you happy? Whoops. Got a little wag going on, huh? Happy boy.